First things first, we're gonna be the realist. Your girl's got a cold. It's either a cold or my allergies. We're not 100% sure because my allergies are a bitch because they like to present as flu or cold-like symptoms. So your girl got some tea that's supposed to help. I'm also medicated. My doctor says she's also not sure. She took a swab, but it could be allergies. It could be like we're not 100% sure. So yeah, no, if I'm sneezing and stuffy, that's why. For once, I don't have food, but also we're gonna be hunting a dinosaur cryptid in Appalachia with Dead Appalachia, one of my favorite YouTube channels on YouTube. So we're gonna watch this, and I'm gonna have a link down in the description. To his channel and to this video. Sorry, I was rubbing my nose. And let's hop into it. I'm very. Is that a knife? I hope it's shaved because that doesn't seem safe.
We are here in the rural back roads of northern Georgia.
Okay,
And
we're in Georgia.
Shit is about to get Jurassic. As according to reports, there may actually be a raptor-like dinosaur lurking in these here hollers. But before we go hunting for it, we need to know exactly what we're dealing with tonight. Well, there ain't a whole lot of information on this thing. The Georgia raptor as a cryptid exists only almost entirely because of an anonymous report all the way back in 2008. But despite that, the Georgia raptor has been integrated into the larger cryptid community's vast repertoire of folkloric monsters with multiple discussion boards and.
What the fuck is a beaver shark? I want it! Boo hag. Plat eyes. Okay, I've heard of a wampus cat. What? It just looks like a snake. This one looks like a love child between Spinosaur, Egypticus, and a Mosasaur. I want it!
Artwork talking about and depicting the creature. And I'm autistic as hell, so obviously I love dinosaurs and I love obscure niche cryptids.
Let's be honest,
especially when paranormal boob tube has a monkey see monkey do originality problem these days. So
hold on. If you know, you know.
Get onto the report, and from there, we can start looking for where we can actually find this thing.
I want to boop its nose.
The single report comes from 2008, written by an 18-year-old on a very obscure and forgotten cryptid discussion forum board. The forum has since been shut down, but luckily for us, plenty of folks have copy and pasted the actual blog post, thankfully allowing it to survive to this day. I'm reading it here from the official Cryptid wiki. While in the Georgia woods, a boy and his grandfather see a creature that looks like a living dinosaur. This happened to me and my grandpa on a hunting trip in July 2008. I don't see my grandpa very often, so
the only downside with wikis is that they could easily be edited. That's like the only downside, but I'm glad people were able to archive the post to keep it in the know, you know.
I always take the chance.
God, it's fucking hot as hell.
Grandpa's pretty much an outdoorsman and enjoys hunting, fishing, and just being out in nature. Grandpa and I were out in the woods.
His grandpa sounds like a gem. Sorry, I'm reaching for my fucking air conditioner remote because I am sweating.
I was 18 at the time. We were on Grandpa's land in Georgia.
Why is it
It's a
set to
pretty place,
80?
with the typical Georgia woodland and a few grassy plains. We were walking on a little rocky road heading for a site where Grandpa often sees deer. As normal, there were a lot of sounds going on that night in the woods. We ignored most of them and remained quiet as not to scare away anything. We hear an unusual noise we have never heard before on our many hunting trips. Grandpa looked to me and listened. Then he raised a finger in front.
Oh, I'm glad that you're including two different types of raptors. You showed the Jurassic Park version where it's just like leathery, and then there's the feathers.
Of his mouth to show
I
me that we shouldn't
appreciate
make
it.
any more movement. I heard a lot of movement and more of the noise. I can't really describe the sounds, but I sure as hell can describe what I saw, even when it was pretty dark out there. We kept listening to the sounds as suddenly something came walking slowly out of the bushes and onto the road, maybe 150 yards out in front of us. My eyes got really big, and in that moment, I wasn't even scared, just amazed to be seeing this creature. We didn't move, and as crazy as it sounds, it looked just like a raptor from the popular Jurassic Park movies. I just froze, because I thought things like that lived many thousands of years ago. It had a long, stiff tail, walked on 2 feet, and had short arms. It looked lizard-like and had a huge claw on both of its feet and smaller claws on its arms. Since the creature appeared to us that it could run fast, we decided to just not move at all. It raised its head in the air, and it seemed like it was smelling the air.
Which, I mean, in their defense, is probably a hella good idea, as them running would probably cause the prey instinct to kick in, and they would have been hightailing hightail that they can't tail. That doesn't make sense. My brain's mush. Shut up.
I estimated its height at around 5 feet at the shoulders.
Mm.
After sniffing the air, it made these sounds again and turned around and ran off into the bushes. Grandpa and I waited until we felt safe again, and then we quietly made our way back to the truck and drove home. In the truck, we talked to each other about what we had seen and decided not to tell Grandma, because she would think we were crazy. I never believed in stuff like ghosts and creatures and paranormal stuff, and I still don't believe in ghosts. But since that encounter, I believe in creatures that science just doesn't know about.
But hold on, I'm googling. Okay, so the first thing I thought was of the Conicus, but they were roughly about 4 feet, and he's saying this was 6 feet. 6-foot raptor. I don't know if there's any raptors in Georgia, though. Sorry, my keyboard is currently behind where my tracking is. It brought up the thing. Okay, this is saying 5 foot. Okay, Velociraptors, which is the one, large. It's like Utah raptors stood around 5 feet. What? That wasn't my question though. This is bringing up the cryptid. Were any raptors found in Georgia? I'm not trying to find like fossils found in Georgia. There we go. Yes, okay. So yeah, they're fragments in isolated theropod remains, potentially including the raptors. Small teeth and bones have been studied from the late Cretaceous in marine segmentations in the western Georgia near Columbia. Okay, so there were evidence that there were potentially raptors in the Georgian region. Okay, or in the region of Georgia in the States. Okay.
About.
Just trying to sound
That's
smart. I'm sorry.
And as odd as it sounds, I know what I saw.
I believe you.
Certainly interesting, but a little fishy. The guy says he saw it about 150 yards away and at 3 in the morning. I don't know about y'all, but usually when I'm up to 3 in the morning, I'm smelling colors. And as an avid outdoorsman, that is a perfect recipe for misidentifying a normal animal. Now, I've tried my darndest to find the original poster so I could either interview them or at least talk to them about this whole encounter they claim to have had. But I have found diddly he is well and truly anonymous. A few folks on Reddit have claimed to be him, or tried to pass his story as their own, but whoever this feller was, he does not want to be found. Next up,
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to be found either if someone's going to be hunting me down being like, hey, are you insane? Not that saying that we would think he's insane, but like, yeah.
Raptor-like dinosaurs were found in the fossil record in the Georgian South. There were a few dromaeosaur fragments, but no complete skeletons. As one of the main theories as to what the Georgia raptor could have been is that it is simply a descendant of some type of raptor that was found in the area that somehow
trans read from here.
Dromaeosaurid raptor teeth or
managed to survive the extinction event and evolved and lived to the modern day, which I find incredibly hard to believe. Another more interesting theory, at least to me, suggests that it was teleported from the past into this day and age by some sort of spatial anomaly. If you're familiar with the Missing 411, you'll know that one of the main theories as to why folks just randomly go missing in the national forests and parks is that throughout the American wilderness there are these strange physical spatial anomalies that you can accidentally walk right through, teleporting you to alternate dimensions or different places in time. In fact, many folks believe the entire existence of cryptids as a whole is due to these spatial anomalies. These creatures are from different dimensions or times, and they accidentally walk through these portals and end up here. And many folks believe that this is how such a creature can just show up in early 2000s Georgia. Now again, incredibly far-fetched, but hey, what the hell, let's go look for this thing. Unfortunately, the report does not say exactly where in Georgia this sighting happened at. It just says Georgia. But if I was a betting man, I'd reckon that the reptilian critter could have made its home in the Cohutta Wilderness in northern Georgia. The Cohutta Wilderness is a protected mountain reserve covering 37,000 acres and 90 miles of hiking trails. A perfect little sanctuary for a wayward raptor to make its home. Do I actually reckon I'll happen to come across an actual dinosaur during this investigation?
Yes.
Probably not, but I cannot pass up an opportunity to hunt a fucking dinosaur on this channel and get paid to do it. So let's grab our night vision goggles, our thermal
We're doing Sam Neill proud.
cameras, and our anti-velociraptor blickies. Hold on to your butts, critters. We're hunting
sorry, death clapping,
dinosaur.
death clapping. Oh my god! So real quick side story. I was gonna make a separate like video on this, like as a little bit of a story time. But like I do DoorDash on the side over the summer while my job is off season. Cause like I'm a bus aide for school district. I was dashing to someone's house. Well, I was dashing their food to their house, and they're up in about fuck nowhere of the wilderness and cornfields. What farmland? Cornfields, farmland. And there's me going, and then there's another car coming towards me. Well, out of nowhere, this little fucking doe decided to say, oh, I don't know if I want to leave the road. So I had to slam on my fucking brakes. I had to slam on them more because her fucking boyfriend, Buck, decided to come out and be like, hello, and then get the fuck out of the road. I was ready to fist fight those deer. Man's milkshake went all over my fucking car, and I was pissed. I'm on the phone leaving a voicemail, and all he hears is beep, beep, get the fuck out of my way, you geese. I also tried fist fighting 2 flocks of geese. They would not get out of the road. I got chased by geese. What was worse is the next delivery I had, which was in the car with me, had live crickets. And I could hear the crickets moving. So when I got to the second delivery place, I looked at the people and I said, "You ordered some crickets?" And they're like, "Yeah." It was like, "You're very lucky they're still alive, because I almost got out and fist fought some deer and some geese." And they're like, "What?" And then I just told them what I told you. You're welcome. It's a shame, because the milkshake was like a Reese's milkshake. It was very much not Disney princess-esque of me, even though a lot of what I see is not Disney-esque princess.
Oh my god.
Listen, on my travels of DoorDash, I have seen a lot, like 3 times so far, of vultures eating dead deer's ass on 3 different occasions. And there was a fox. It had a bunny. What can I say? I'm a Disney princess.
God, yeah. We're here. Right now we're on a Forest Service road heading up to the trail I've picked. And I mean, this place is perfect to try to find a creature like this. There's all these large ridges and corridors of ravines. This is the perfect place for a large bipedal ambush predator to, you know, hunt and stalk. Again, I don't necessarily believe that I'm actually going to find a dinosaur out here, but this is a great place for this type of predator. A lot of folks believe that all dinosaurs were in swamps, and that's just not true. Dromaeosaurs, like velociraptors, troodons, etc., they're in these large highland forests, rainforests, and so this would really just be perfect. And it is so dark and dense out here, and with the sun isn't even down yet, so this is
Keep in mind, Velociraptor's true height was around like chicken to like turkey size, so keep that in mind. Like, the velociraptors we saw in Jurassic Park were not the true velociraptors, as it was quoted by Michael Crichton when he was writing the Velociraptor. He was actually basing it off of Diconicus, which is up to 4 feet, as we've seen through my Googling, because he wanted big and scary. And when it came to making the movie, Steven Spielberg wanted bigger and scarier, and around that time is when the Utah Raptor was found, and that was up to 6 foot. Well, 5 foot, 6 foot. It's an inch off. It's a foot off, you know? So he based the raptors off of the Utah Raptor. So the Velociraptor is basically has 3 different forms depending on which media you're going off of. But the true ones were like small and could like sit in your hands and glide through the trees and shit. And then the upsized would be the Diconicus, and then the bigger would be the I almost said retard raptor. I almost said retard raptor. I mean the Utah raptor. My brain's fucked up right now. Shut up. And of course, there's other species of raptors. Of course, like I just want to call it the fucky raptor, but it's a Fukuyu raptor, and like I'm having a brain fart right now, but there are other species and subclasses and species of raptor, but the ones that I mostly know of, other than the Fukuyu raptor, is the Utah, the Diconicus, and the Velociraptor. And the Troodons are little ass. They were featured in the Tall Tales game of Jurassic Park, which sadly no one can play anymore. Love that game. They're little dickheads that make nests, and they have like glowy little eyes. Hold on. Ooh, ew, Bing. Ew. Troodon. I spelled it wrong. Hold on. I'm thinking of the right thing, right? Troodon. The little raptors. Yeah, no, they were little dickheads that had like glowy eyeballs, and they were not in Rebirth, so I don't know why they're showing that. But they were little like scavenger dickheads that like they in the game they built like little nests, and then they would like poison the people, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and then pull the bodies back to their nests for their little babies, but they were hunted people down. I fucking loved that game. It was a good game. But you know, Trilodons. Were they raptors? Theropod from late Cretaceous. Okay, so yeah. At least one species, Trilodon something something, if is known from Montana. Dinosaurs. Fuck yeah.
Look how high up we are.
Hell yeah, look at them clouds. Oh. Oh. My sister lives up in the mountains. I'm not saying where, but like every so often when she's leaving from work, she'll be in her car and she'll send me a snap, and it's just like a cloud in her car. She's like, look at that. I'm like, it's fog. She's like, no, it's a cloud. I'm in a cloud right now. I'm like, okay.
At least I'm dressed the part. I'm dressed like Alan Grant, but more like a Timu Appalachian Alan Grant. You think I'm adequate, right?
I agree.
And another one.
Listen, you can be Timu Alan Grant. I will be Timu Robert Muldoon.
Yeet. Yeet.
Protecting the car's wheels.
That is dense. That right there is a certified holler. Almost there. About 2 more miles to go. Ooh.
Don't want to fuck up your tire rods because it's like a $700 fix right there. I would know.
Off the mountain about a couple times. Dear God, y'all hear that?
Listen to the cicadas.
Is tree frogs.
Oh.
And they're loud as hell.
I guess that would be more like a Timu, like Ellie Sattler. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Gap parking lot. Critters, I can't understate just how isolated this trail actually is. That's odd. There's a limit on how many people can hike in a group. Wonder why that is.
Why?
You hear that constant chirping sound, that annoying bitch-ass sound that won't stop? Those are tree frogs. They should quiet down later tonight, so I promise you're not just going to be hearing that the entire video. Or at least I hope not. That would really suck, because I'm really excited to hunt for this thing. Alright, first impressions of this forest. Freaky deaky, dude.
Very spooky.
Yeah, we're here in the Cohutta National Forest, which is one of the largest wildlife management resource areas in the entire East Coast. One of the largest swaths of natural, untouched forest. And it's full of these large, creepy-ass hemlocks. You see all those things that kind of look like pine trees, but they're huge? Those are hemlocks. They're a type of hardwood, and they're often called the redwood of the East. They are some of the largest trees you can find here east of the Mississippi. Oh yeah, here we go. The Cohutta Wilderness, the Chattahoochee National Forest. You didn't know that song by Alan Jackson, you know, lay down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. I see a lot of folks online, they're being like, what the hell is a Chattahoochee? This is what a Chattahoochee is. What he's referring to in that song is the Chattahoochee National Forest and the Chattahoochee River. Because, you know, the more you know. God, shut
I have learned
up.
things.
And from what I see here, this forest is perfect for a cryptid hunt like this. There are 2 trails that I could have taken. There's one that heads up yonder along a ridge. It's called the Hemp Top Trail, and it connects to another wilderness preserve known as the Big Frog Wilderness. I didn't want to choose that one because, like I said, it goes straight up a ridge, and there's not a whole lot you can see because you're basically walking through a mountain corridor the entire time. And it's a perfect location for me to get ambushed by a bear, a boar, or a velociraptor. It could just jump on top of me and I wouldn't
Or
be none the wiser.
bobcat,
And as badass as it
mountain
would be
lion.
to, get torn apart and disemboweled by a dinosaur out here, I don't think my wife would like that very much. So I'm going to go down yonder this trail. And as you can see, it's a lot flatter, so I don't have to kill my legs a whole bunch. And look, all these hemlocks right here are nice and open and wide. This gives me a great field of view to see if there's anything stalking me through these hemlocks. And these large, towering old growth forests
Oh, I had a thumbnail idea.
are exactly the type of terrain that raptors and fellow dromaeosaurs would actually reside in back in the prehistoric days. Not necessarily here with these damn tree frogs going off. If I hear something coming at me, or even in the distance, calling and chittering, I'm not going to be able to hear it. And like I said earlier, I of course don't think I'm actually going to come across a raptor out here, but there are still very real dangers in this forest. This place has some of the highest concentration of black bears in the entire state of Florida. Some might say in the entire southern United States. Not to mention wild boars, pissed off deer. There's real danger here that I gotta worry about. And one of the most frequent times that you can come across one of these creatures is at night, because they know that humans usually ain't out during this time. And so they're not expecting to find my ass out here. And if I come across one and I startle it, my ass is grass. But that just adds to the fun, I reckon. All right, maybe these tree frogs will quiet on down here soon, and we can actually start this investigation in earnest. The way that this is gonna go, I'm gonna hike, see if anything comes to get me, see if I can catch any sounds, any footprints. There was recently a rainstorm, and this entire trail is just red clay, so I'm gonna be able to see footprints really easy here. And then once that's all done, I'm gonna find a place where I could stake out, set my hind end down, and I got a can of chicken as bait. I'm gonna lay it out and set up a ways away.
You might track some like wolves or something.
I have a thermal camera scope that I'm going to look at from afar and see if anything comes enticed to eat that chicken, and hopefully not me in the process. But yeah, first we gotta figure out.
Be careful, don't get the chicken juice on you. Are there tree frogs in Georgia? I'm gonna Google it on my phone. Okay, so yes, there are. It's on my phone, so now I can't pull it up on my other screen because I'm lazy. Anyway, and Georgia is home to many kinds of tree frogs, including the American green tree frog, which is the state's official amphibian. There's Coop's gray tree frog and the squirrel tree frog. There's also the barking tree frog, pine woods tree frog, bird voice tree frog, and then there's the invasive species of the Cuban tree frog. The ones all before the invasive ones were natives. The invasive is the invasive. So yeah, there are tree frogs in Georgia.
We got something scratching off tree bark. I don't think this one was a bear. It looks more like a deer scratch off.
Like it was rubbing its antlers.
Are jagged, and they have, impressive crawl marks. We have another critter. But hey, little dude, I hereby name this snail Barry. Give him a kiss.
Mwah. Larry the snail. my sneeze went away. It's kind of pissing me off. Zoom in and I'm just standing there out of the distance.
Yeah, see this right here? This is what I'm talking about. Right now, we're in a ridge corridor right here. And this is a perfect spot for a large ambush predator to hide outside of my field of view while also having the high ground. If there was a raptor right here, I wouldn't even know.
It's just hunched down, hiding
I'm
in the
mostly
brush.
protected right here because there's a huge drop off and a river, like a little creek that runs through right here.
Mr. Arnold thought the same thing, and then the raptor jumped down from the top of the stairs and pounced him. And all they found was his fucking arm.
But I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye up on this ridge, making sure nothing comes out here to pounce on me and rip off my butt cheeks. I would really like my butt cheeks to stay on my person. We got quartz here. We are in the Appalachian Mountains, so a lot of the rock around here is limestone. See, like this right here. This is limestone. It's a type of shale-ish. It's very weak. And where you get limestone, you get quartz.
Ooh.
Oh, I love finding quartz. I like to take them home. Ooh! Check them out. That is a granddaddy longleg spider. Hey, little buddy.
Ew.
There you go.
Pleasure
Then we got
quartz.
this right here. This is very interesting, at least to me, with my rock autism. This is a massive chunk of quartz. Look at that. That's bigger than my hand, and my hand is pretty damn big. Yeah, that's just a solid chunk of quartz. Yeah, take that home to your wife. Goodness, yeah. That storm must have done a number on this trail. All right,
Look at
let's
the
let this log
tree.
kiss my nuts here. Oh, man. I'm trying to get to a good open spot where I can use my thermal camera and actually see something. And I think I just found it. Oh, this is perfect. Look. I can see all up through here and all up through down here. Let's take out the thermal camera and see if there's any type of critter lurking around that I can't see with my naked eye.
I wonder if you could see any of the frogs on the trees. Would frogs show up on thermal camera? What's that? Few frogs show up on. Oh, thank God! Someone Googled it for me. Yes. Glad I was not the only one who had those questions. You calling a Bigfoot?
Check it out, another snail. Give him a
Snail.
kiss.
Ah.
There's a lot of snails around here.
Oh, it rained.
Too. They must be out and about because of how wet it got.
I think it might also be like mating season for them too. I don't know. I'm not a snail.
Hello. God, that echo's crazy. Yeah, we're in a holler right now. I want to find a place to do that stakeout. I'm also going to play some raptor sounds on my phone out loud to see if it... Oh, another snail! Mwah. To see if I can entice this thing, if it really is out here, to come see me. Maybe it thinks... Maybe I'll play a mating call for a raptor and it will come out here and try to, like, I don't know, molest me or something. Man, that'd be an awful way to go.
There you go. One, how do you think you're getting that type of call? And also where? I don't think they have like a Pornhub for them types of shits. I have questions I don't want the answers to because I know I can ask the question.
Getting mating pressed by a velociraptor or something.
It's not images I want.
In the trees. I do have to keep an eye on that. Dromaeosaurs in real life really like to hang out in trees. They were really good climbers, especially smaller dromaeosaurs like troodons, velociraptors, herrerasauruses.
Diconicus.
They would hide up in the trees, and then when prey would come on down, they would jump down and latch onto their back and dig their claws and their teeth into their throats before ripping them out. The mud here is very wet, so
well, it rained.
If an animal of any sort, prehistoric or modern, walked through here, I'd be able to catch it, but I'm not seeing anything. I don't even see human footprints, and that just goes to show how isolated this trail is, that not even people have been down here recent enough.
I'm glad you were saying these paths. Same brain cell, same brain cell.
Check out this mushroom. That's weird. It's got like a weird matte brown cap. I've never seen that before. I know a lot about the critters of Appalachia. Not so much Georgia, but I know well enough.
Mushroom.
But what I definitely do not know is mushrooms. There are so many mushrooms here in the South alone that there's no way I could, remember any of them.
That's what biologists are for.
This is mountain laurel. Mountain laurel grows everywhere in the Appalachian Mountains. If you've ever hiked in the Appalachian Mountains or the Blue Ridge Mountains or anything like that, you'll be familiar with mountain laurel. It grows in these big clumps of bushes, and unfortunately it's a good place for predators to hide before sliming your shit out. This right here is interesting. Again, at least to me. Again, look. Huge. huge chunks of quartz. This one's too big and deep that I can't even hope to tear it out of the ground. Look how big it is.
Get a little shovel.
Oh my god, look. It's so freaking big. And it's covered in moss, meaning it's been here probably for centuries, undisturbed. There's an interesting theory about quartz and the paranormal. They say that where there is a lot of quartz, it's kind of a conduit for paranormal activity, for these spatial anomalies that folks say are in these national forests that I'm in right now. So perhaps the quartz is a clue there might be one of those spatial anomalies around, and therefore there might be the Georgia raptor around. Probably not, but hey, it's fun to think about, you know? There are so many theories about this stuff. Whoa. Alright, so what do you think, critters? Is this just from storm damage, or did a large predator come
That could be rot. That could be tree rot.
over here and take chunks out of it?
Especially like on the
Big
innards.
holes right here. Could be from claws, or most likely from beetles and stuff burrowing into the tree, causing it to die. Remember when I was saying that this forest has a bunch of hemlocks? Hemlocks have really dense canopies. So what happens when you have a real dense canopy? You get a lot of ferns. So see right there? The kind of ferns that you don't really see much in the south, but because this is a hemlock forest, there's enough canopy and enough of a lack of sunlight for these little ferns to flourish along here on the forest floor. Yeah, see, look up there. And that also indicates that the soil is very well nourished. There was probably a wildfire out here a couple of years ago that allowed all this new growth, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of old growth, of course, but a hell of a lot of old growth too. Oh, check it out. Little ecosystem. We got a score, guys. Check it out. There is a huge snail. A salamander.
That too.
And another huge snail all on top of a mushroom.
Oh.
That is so badass. Oh my god, I love it.
Small.
That's wonderful. That makes me so happy. Look at that. 3 little buddies on their mushroom home.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cryptids, and don't get me wrong, I love cryptids. I love the spooky side of Appalachia, but I will never lose my love of the natural beauty of the natural fauna of the Appalachian Mountains. Salamanders, slugs, deer, all that stuff are just as cool to me as cryptids.
Last time I went out hiking, I saw a deer.
I'm more than happy to come across that as much as I am an actual cryptid out here. I love coming across wildlife of any kind out here in the hollers. Check this out. This is an orb weaver spider. Look how big it is. You want something amazing about these creatures?
No.
So, spiders, contrary to popular belief, are very smart. So this sucker has learned to not build his web right here in the middle of the trail, because humans are going to walk through it. Animals are going to walk through it. He has built it in this little enclave of this tree, still nice and open for him to catch bugs, but not in the trail. That is very smart. Spiders are actually very intelligent creatures, and a lot of people don't know that because they're just scared of them.
What am I listening to? My egg was fucking popped. That sounds like a pig. That part sounds like a... Just trying to read what the video said on my screen.
Huh. More bark scrapings. This must have been from something tall, either getting up on its hind legs or just a deer. Well, this sure is something. Huh. It's, well, a stack of logs. This is weird. Did someone try to start a fire out here?
Probably.
As far as I know, you're really not allowed to start fires out here in this part of the woods. It's illegal because it's a protected wildlife preserve. But I'm not entirely sure on that. But that's what I saw on that sign down yonder. Why would someone do this? They just
Because they're
stacked it here and they didn't even light it.
Probably got caught by game wardens.
Mind, folks? These stories of the feral folk. You know, those cannibalistic humans, primitives that live in the mountains. Some say that they will use stuff like this, little markers to, you know, mark their territory or even to mark like an ambush site. Hello, I'm out here.
Hello.
You gonna turn my eyes into juju beans? Huh? I'm not afraid of you. If you're a feral folk, I'll beat the goofy out of you. And if you're a velociraptor, I'll make a new wallet out of you.
Oh. Shy.
There's a little trail right here, but it's completely overgrown. It's like this used to be a trail, but people just stopped using it or stopped maintaining it. Oh, check this out. Yeah, there's something here. A really, really old piece of a can.
Oh.
Let's
littering.
You know what? What the hell? I'm kind of bored. I haven't found any velociraptors. Let's do some exploring down here.
Don't get lost.
A little bit. There's something a little interesting. Check it out. This is a bottle. An old bottle too. Looks like it's from the 1960s potentially, maybe 1970s. So whoever was out here left this all those years ago. That just goes to show how unused this little offshoot trail really is. I wonder if I can find anything else around here. Maybe this wasn't an offshoot trail. Maybe this used to be a house site. You'll find it a lot in these old national forests. People will build houses out here, and they'll be abandoned like 100 years ago or so, and the forest will take them over, and they'll just be included into the national forest. It makes sense because look, all this ground right here is really mushy, really wet. Ooh, a salamander just went in that hole. I saw you, buddy. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. And look, you see, there's all these weird indentions, like there's an uneven surface that all this overgrowth has grown atop of, kind of like the roof of a house. Oh, check him out. Oh, he's big. Check him out. Hi, buddy.
A spotch.
Say hi, little buddy. Give him a kiss. Mwah. Oh, he's going. And yet another salamander. This one's not as big as the last one. Give him a kiss. Mwah. There's a huge, another salamander right here. This one's different than the one we just saw. Where'd he go? Oh, man.
It ran away.
Dug right there into that soil. This right here must be a bed or a nest for salamanders to come and, you know, eat, be safe, and mate. Oh, look, right here, right in front of me, another salamander. Give him a kiss. Yeah, big old salamander hotspot. This must definitely be mushy ground indeed. There's all these salamander boys around here. I really hope I'm not boring y'all. I get sidetracked when I see cool stuff like this. It makes me want to explore this whole area, but I do have to get back to hunting the dinosaur. We still got to do that stakeout, right? All right, critters. We are back here near the trailhead. I hiked down that way for another hour. There's not a lick of anything. I don't even hear normal fauna like deer, bears, boars. There's nothing
Probably
around here
pass the fuck
except for
out.
snails, salamanders, and frogs. So many fucking
Cicadas.
frogs. So I didn't want to bore you. I didn't film much of the rest of the hike because I didn't want to bore y'all. I'm sure this may be a boring video. It's definitely not as exciting as some of my other videos where I'm catching a lot of paranormal activity and a lot of cryptid evidence, but that's the thing about my channel. I do not fake anything, so if nothing happens and I just happen to be out here walking in the woods, nothing happens. That being said, let's start this stakeout. I hiked all the way back up here to the trailhead because, you know, I came to think about it. It is the middle of summer. There are bears out here. There are boars, bobcats, and potentially a dinosaur. If I'm going to set up
probably
bait
wolves.
and it goes for the bait and then it starts coming at me, I'm going to want to be able to get to my car really quickly. So here's what's going to happen.
Tail it.
Right here, I have some chunked chicken. I'm going to open up this can and set it down yonder as far away as I can while still being able to see it with my thermal camera. I'm going to open it up, let all those fumes come out, and I'm going to see if anything is enticed to come get it, whether it be normal fauna or a cryptid. Now, I know what you're asking. Dead Appalachia, buddy, why didn't you just bring out raw chicken or a steak? And the answer to that is very
History
simple.
chicken.
It's the middle of the fucking summer, you idiot. JK, I love you. But for real, it's the middle of the summer. I'm not going to have a raw piece of meat in my bag. Even if it's sealed up, it's going to thaw out. It's going to get all stinky and squishy.
Rotisserie chicken is
in the middle
fine.
of summer here in the South. It's too humid. It's too hot. No bueno, no, no, no. So chunk chicken as is. Let's get down there and set it up. All right, I reckon we'll set it right here on this little stick pile. There's some chunk chicken, all right. Kind of looks like cat food, doesn't it? But damn if it doesn't taste good. All right. This is for the cryptid, not for me. I gotta remember that. And once we're done here, I'm gonna come back and pick up my trash. Don't worry.
Good, I was your shoulder.
I admit, being out here completely in the dark like this, it's a little nerve-wracking. Even though I haven't seen much of anything so far in this forest, being in the woods alone at night with no light, it's gonna be creepy no
I
matter
love
what.
the little fly that's flying around that you can see.
You know, I should probably keep my bear mace at the ready if I can find it
Cowbell.
completely in the dark.
I was
There
just
we
saying,
go.
did the light just go out?
I don't know how long I'm going to sit here and wait. I guess as long as I'm able to without the video being completely boring. Hopefully at least like a possum or a raccoon comes down yonder to check it out. Using the thermal camera.
Where's the chimkin? Natural songs of the frog variety.
Yeah, I've been out here for who knows how long, but there's nothing. That can go to the critters. It is so late, and we still have to drive almost 3 hours back home, and a good portion of that drive is going to be the very precarious drive back out of here. It's very dangerous getting to here during the day. I imagine it's going to be even more dangerous
Please be very
getting out here during the
careful.
night with those sheer cliffs that you have to drive right by in the middle of the night. And I'm going to go ahead and clear this up because I already know I'm going to get comments about it. You're going to ask, why didn't I set up a trail cam and come back the next day? And there's many good reasons. For one, like I said, we live almost 3 hours away from here. I would have to set up a trail camera, go back home, hope something gets it. And by the way, trail cameras, a lot of them you need a subscription to use. It's like 40 bucks. And I gotta come all the way back through that sketchy ass drive up the mountain where those sheer drop-offs and ravines, just to hike back out here and hope I catch something. You know, it's just not worth the effort and the time and the money. And I can't be out here forever. I gotta go back home eventually, you know. That's just the detriments of being a solo YouTuber. You know, I'm not like Mountain Monsters where I have the Discovery Channel or whatever bankrolling me. It's just me and my wife, you know. So we do what we can with what little we have. Hopefully, as I become a bigger YouTuber, I can hire people and, you know, I can make huge productions like that. But for now, this is what we got.
We got chimkin on the ground.
Let's get back to the wife.
Sorry, I kept sneezing, so I kept having to mute myself. I also forgot to unmute myself a few times.
Howdy critters, we're here back in the studio. Oh my god, my hair is a mess. That was a fun trip, a nice little night hike. We saw a bunch of different critters, salamanders, snails, centipedes, but no velociraptors, no Troodons, no Utah raptors, no dinosaurs whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sorry if the later half of the video was boring, but that's the thing about my channel. I do not fake anything. If nothing happens, and if I don't find nothing, that's just what is shown in the video. And really, that's the reality of cryptid hunting. It's not always, people will get into cryptid hunting and they think it's going to be pow, 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 action, 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 spooky, 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 monster coming out to eat you there, blah, blah, blah. And the reality is it's not like that. A lot of it is sitting around and absolutely nothing happening. And a lot of times you just don't find nothing. But yeah, regardless of all that, I don't think the raptor is real. Either the dude made that post to get attention from his fellow cryptid enjoyers, or he completely misidentified an animal. Either way, I don't believe in the Georgia raptor in the slightest. It's just too far-fetched to me. Too many things don't add up with how real dinosaurs were. I just don't believe in it. That being said, it was real fun to hunt for it, regardless. With all this being said, please make sure to like the video.
Or it's in another part of Georgia.
The algorithm, it helps me get to my first 100,000 subscriber goal, which I'm so close to. And I want to thank you guys so much for everything you do and for watching these videos and allowing me to do this for my job. Y'all have a good one.
Hell yeah. What a wonderful... That's why he's one of my favorite. Because it's real and authentic and it's not a whole staged shenanigan. And nothing's being like faked or anything. It's refreshing.